This is the exact same reason why it's argued that the Premier League is the best league in the world. Let me fix myself for this. Because Arsenal did what Liverpool has been doing all season so far, which is to score late winners. It is Newcastle 1, Arsenal 2, beating Newcastle at St. James's Park. Ladies and gentlemen, the scoreline does not tell the story as to how Arsenal was playing this game. The truth is they dominated possession. They came out guns blazing. I think everyone was anticipating what the lineup was going to be. And Eze started, Saka started, Gyökeres started, and Trossard started as the front four, with of course Zubimendi and Declan Rice in the holding midfield area. But that's not how I want to even start the video. I really want to speak to Newcastle fans because in videos, couple videos gone by, and I spoke to in the comments various Newcastle fans at me as relates to Isak and the transfers and everything. And I said to them, I understand that losing your best player probably will hurt and how you went about it was wrong. But what you should be addressing and highlighting for the summer transfer window is that you have not bought players that are able to supplement the team that you have. Make quality additions in the middle of the park. The best place for Newcastle to play football is the middle of the park. Joel Linton, Tonali, and Bruno Guimaraes. And you have not added enough quality to those three. And what is going to happen, as what happened 2 years ago, is that you're going to have a burnout. That's exactly what happened. So when Joel Linton and Tonali or Bruno Guimaraes is tired, there aren't enough players, better players, or quality enough, additional quality for Newcastle to even go on a run, to probably try and take the momentum out of the game, whether that is technically by retaining ball possession or by being intense and pressing and being aggressive. You don't have it. You don't have it. And of course, because of PSR, we're going to complain about PSR and everything. Yeah, we get that. That's true. But it's also the responsibility of the owners, the richest club in the world, that is Newcastle. It is also the responsibility of the manager to ensure that he finds enough quality to add to Newcastle. And it is showing. You have only scored 4 goals. 4 goals in the Premier League so far and conceded 5. And all 5 are at home to the 2 best teams in England, which is fair, but unfair enough. But it's the truth. And it's the same thing that has happened again for Newcastle. You have not supplemented, added enough quality to your team. And here's the scoreline. And what's going to happen that now that you're fighting on all fronts, 4 competitions, it's going to stretch the team even more. And Wissa is out and supposed to be coming back maybe in October or in November. I think Ramsey is also injured. But it highlights a question as to what exactly is happening for Newcastle. But apart from Newcastle aside, it's all about Arsenal. Mikel Arteta did it. Mikel Arteta showed that he is able to take off the pull down the handbrake, push down the handbrake, and go guns blazing. You don't understand. I saw Arsenal fans crying on social media. They were saying, yes, finally. And the truth is, I mean, it's a pretty dominant game. Did he create enough chances? Maybe, possibly. How did the goals come about? Probably from set pieces more often than not, particularly for Gabriel. It's a good game. That's all I could say. And it really showed the mentality of where Arsenal are as a club. And it shows where Mikel Arteta wants to get this club. Now we understand that Liverpool have been having a lucky season, quote unquote. But the fact that Arsenal pushed 1-0 down early in the first half, pushed even further, got the goal in the 84th minute to Merino, pushed more and scoring pretty much the last kick of the game again against Newcastle. It shows the mentality. I see someone say that it's the stuff of champions. Okay, fair, no problem. Not a problem with that. I'm not going to bash Arsenal as pertaining to how they have been playing. They have been playing pretty good. They have created somewhat good enough chances, probably can do better. But this you pretty much saw it and they showed it in the game as to how hungry they were to capitalize on Liverpool's loss yesterday. To capitalize on a team that isn't fully there, that isn't fully clicking on all fronts, that's still trying to find their feet. And they're just reminding them, yo, we're just 2 steps behind you, just in case they slip up. And the fact that Arsenal now face West Ham at home and Liverpool faces Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, it now shifts the pressure back on Liverpool. And you couldn't ask for much more than that. You really couldn't. So Arsenal fans, you can comment and let me know how you're feeling, definitely. But I think this is a kind of a statement and a testament as to what Arsenal wants to achieve this season. I think they've heard enough as to where they are, probably their battlers, coming second 3 years in a row. Know that they've added quality, know that they've added quality in attack with Eze, with Madueke, with Gyökeres. I think it now speaks to where they are. And the fact that they've even beat their bogey team in Newcastle, who they have not won at St. James's Park for the past 3 years, it's also very, very good. Now they have scored, I think it's 12 goals, conceded 3. Very solid defensively. Very solid defensive. We won't talk about how Voltemada dunked on Gabriel in the first goal. We'll just completely ignore that. You can just cut that out of the video. But the fact that Mikel Arteta gets it, even when Newcastle sat back in a back 5, he went, you know what, let's forget about that. 2-1-7 persons up front to contend, to go man-to-man and add additional numerical advantage, so to speak, to the last line of Newcastle's defense. So he showed that it was necessary. He had to win. There wasn't a draw that was possible. There wasn't a loss that was possible. It was all 3 points, all gas, no breaks. So the fact that they did that, well done to Arsenal. And they pretty much are looking good. So now the whole narrative and conversation changes. Liverpool has lost finally. Arsenal now close the gap. It's back to 2 points. And the Premier League is alive and well, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We are at 246 subscribers. Want to get it to 250 before the week ends, and I want to get it to 300 subscribers before the year ends. Let's go. Until next time, guys. Peace.